Hello, students. This is the last topic of our chapter, that is major urban problems. In the last video, we have studied urban community, its introduction, definition, and characteristics. So, before going ahead or before started with the problems, once again we'll just revise characteristics of urban community. First characteristics of urban community is heterogeneity. Heterogeneity means different, not same. Okay? India is a democratic country, and especially in urban community we found that different culture, different religion, different tradition people lives together. Their lifestyle is different, their food habits are different, their clothings are different. So heterogeneity means different people they lives together. Second is high density of population. Urban communities we found there is a high density of population. Number of people migrate from rural areas to urban areas in search of employment and for the further education of their children, for the better lifestyle. Okay, and then afterwards these people accommodate themselves in urban community as well. So that's why every day or every time we found that population increases in urban community, and the cities are become congested and overcrowded. That's why suburb areas are also came into existence. The next is different occupations. Different occupation means occupations are not same. Occupations are also different. Previously, means in rural areas, occupation primary occupation was there, and that is the only occupation which is adopted by all the community people. But in urban communities, occupations are different, means like service sector, business, some are capitalist, some as work like an employment, no employer, uh, like uh, they choose their occupation as per their interest, as per their skills, their talent, their education, the knowledge. In service sector also we found that different service sectors are there, like tourism is there, bankings are there, plus multinational companies, the person is work in multinational companies, even the person works in IT sectors. Okay, other hotel management is there, teaching field is there. Okay, so these are the different sector of services where they choose their own occupation as per their own interest. Next point is large scale mobility. Okay. Now, breaking down the caste barriers, as we know that previously the caste system and Varna system were going on. Yes, and the occupation is decided as per his or her caste. Like Jajmani system, barber ka beta barber, cobbler ka beta cobbler, peddler ka beta peddler. But nowadays it is not like that. The status is achieved, it's not ascribed. Ascribed status means the status which the person get by birth, and achieved status means he live his life as per his achievement. Like doctor is a achieved status that he achieved in his life. Okay, so it's not like that. The untouchable, the Dalit people or the Sudras, he became doctor later in his life. Okay, so that is said to be achieved status. Otherwise, if we can say on the basis of caste, so Sudras has to serve themselves as a labor. Okay, so but this is said to be large scale mobility, that the class barriers are not there, and the status of a person is achieved, it's not ascribed status. The next is secondary relations. The people, those who are living in urban community, they have secondary relationship with each other. Okay, means the relations are on temporary basis. They don't have feeling of togetherness. We feeling is not there. That bonding is not there. Only they have second relationship on temporary basis, and only they communicate with each other for their own what we can say, uh, for their self interest. The next is market based economy. Previously the economy, or previously the cultivation which is made, okay, that is only for the basic needs to and for the survival. But nowadays that cultivation and the crops are sells in the market, the groceries are sells in the market for the profit. So nowadays the market is so it is said market based economy. This point yesterday I had explained in detail, that now many online apps are available, malls are available. Okay, so malls are also keep groceries. Even online, when we shop something online, so we found that groceries are also available on online apps. Okay, so this is said to be market based economy, and we found that lot of offers on that particular commodity and for the particular product. The next is advanced infrastructure. In urban community, we found advanced infrastructure and proper facility of a particular thing, like drinking water, building, housing, electricity, gas, telephone, shopping malls, garden, parks, street light. Okay, so all these are the part of advanced infrastructure. The next is nuclear family. Nuclear family means, in urban communities, nuclear family are found. Means husband, wife, and their children. Okay, because joint family system, first of all, the proper place is not there to accommodate. Okay, second thing, parents are working, so they are not able to look after their in-laws. So all these problems exist in urban community. That's why the joint families are replaced with nuclear families, and especially nuclear families are found in urban community. The next is class consciousness. These people, urban community people, they believe on class consciousness as well as in progress. Okay, they are class conscious and progressive. So their development is based on modern science and technology. Even due to literacy, and these people are educated, that's why they knows their rights, fundamental rights, and even if their rights are violated, so they are ready to uh, agitate, or they are ready to take part in the movement which is held for their for the protection of their rights. Now next is formal control, social control. Formal social control means laws are there, police control is there, courts are also available. Okay, so this is said to be formal social control. Means previously, in even in rural communities, all the affairs are looked after by the Gram Panchayat, and family members used to look after all the issues. Okay, but in urban communities, if rules are violated, so police are there who can give the punishment and who can look after all the problems existing in the community. So this is said to be formal social control. The last point is complex division of labor. There is a complex division of labor. Means division of labor means division is made as per the education, skills, talent. Okay, person is eligible to take any of the course, or he pursue in any of the degree, okay, as per his eligibility or his interest. Like if we can take example of engineering, so there are tremendous fields in engineering. Okay, like I had said, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, chemical engineering. So these are the many field. So as per the child's ability and his eligibility, his interest, he can pursue in any of the field. Even if we can take example of doctor, so only doctor is not a degree, but there are different, or there are uh, different fields in that particular profession, like gynecologist, pediatrician, heart specialist, cardiologist, plus orthopedic. So these are the different fields and different what do you say, different different fields are there in particular profession. Okay, so the child is having right to achieve, to pursue in a particular field and in a particular uh, type of profession. Okay, so this is said to be complex division of labor. So along with this, we have finished revision of characteristics of urbanization. The next is problems which exist in urban community. As we have known that changes always bring problems along. Okay, whenever changes takes place in the country, so they bring problems along with them. So as it is, migration of the people, number of people migrated from rural areas to urban areas. So in this situation, the population of urban community starts. Population in urban community increases, and these population bring lot of problem along with it. Okay, so what are the problems existing in urban community that we are going to study in detail? Urban, first point is urban sprawl. Okay, urban sprawl. Sprawl means massive, we can say. Means what is the reason behind massive population in urban communities? So that we are going to see that urban population is a result of migration of rural people into cities, as well as people migrated from many small towns, okay, and small villages in search of employment, and also for the further education of their children. Okay, so in this case, population in urban areas increases, people don't have space to and don't have place to live. That's why these people start occupying agricultural land. The trees are being cut, and the agricultural land is occupied for the accommodation and for the construction of building. In this way, in urban communities, we found that number of trees are being cut down, and the concrete jungle we found, means there is no greenery in the surrounding areas. So these are the reason, that means only the migration is the reason which give rise to urbanization or urban community. The second point is overcrowding. Yes, again the same problem. Overcrowding means it is only because of migration. Means migration of people from urban rural community to urban community, as well as people migrated from small towns into cities, okay, in search of employment. So because of that, urban communities became overcrowded, especially if we can see the cities. So cities are overcrowded. There is no place in the surrounding. We can found only buildings and buildings. Even even now cities are became overcrowded. That's why suburb areas came into existence. Exactly, a suburb areas means areas in the surrounding of the cities. So if we can take example of Pune, so Pune main city is different. That all that Pet, Tulsi Bagh, Ravivar Pet, Shanivar Pet, Budhwar Pet, they are said to be main cities. But these Katraj and this Hinjewadi plus Balewadi, all these areas they are said to be suburb areas of Pune. Okay, so if we can go to this Tulsi Bagh and all, so there we found that a lot of crowd and congestion of buildings, even small buildings are there. The proper drainage system is not there, sanitation system is not there. Means we found that unhygienic place in city areas because of overcrowd. Not even we get place for parking. Okay, for car park and for bike park, proper place is not available. So all these reason, and these are the problem, means the natural resources due to overcrowded and overpopulation, natural resources are not available for all. Okay, so these are said to be overcrowding. Now the next point is housing and slums. Due to overpopulation and overcrowding areas, housings proper housings are not available. Okay, that's why slums came into existence. Means these people, those who migrated from rural areas, from small towns and small villages. Okay, so that housing colonies are not affordable for them, because all those who were migrated, they are not educated. Okay, so they were not get job in big companies, in multinational companies. Sometimes they used to work as a labor as well. Okay, so the housing or the rates of houses are not affordable for them. That's why these people, they prefer to live in slums, and in this way the slums came into existence. Like if we can take example of Mumbai, so in Mumbai, that Virar area is having that country's big slum in Virar. Okay, so number of that laborers lives in that slum areas, and even on the people lives on the street. Okay, so they created slums in the cities as well, not on the particular places, but also they created slums in the cities as well. Means on the street also we found that there are lot of small houses in the at the roadside streets. Okay, so in this way, because of overcrowd and that housing, proper housing is not affordable for the people, this slums came into existence, and slum is an acute problem of India or Indian cities. Now the next point is unemployment. Unemployment is a cause of high density of population. Okay, people, those who are migrated, as I have told, that they all are not educated. 15% to 25% people are educated in our country. Okay, and they became employed. Otherwise, unemployment rate is very high in our country due to illiteracy. Okay, and due to illiteracy as well as due to overpopulation. Competition is also increased. Sometimes these people forced to work on, some people they works on daily wages. If daily work is not available, then their survival is almost impossible. See, we have observed because of this lockdown that many farmers, means around lakh of farmers, they used to live in cities and in mega cities like Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, Kolkata. And when this lockdown exists, so these people they start walking to their houses, okay, without any transportation, without any facilities. They starts moving to their hometown. So there, at that time we come to know that our mega cities are having so many labor force or man force, okay, but these people they work on construction sites. Some people they works, women's they work as a maid in the houses, okay, on construction sites, on hotels, restaurants, they work as a waiter and all. So the means when everything was closed down and shut down, so these people they became unemployed and they start their journey towards their hometown. So unemployment is due to illiteracy as well as overpopulation. Means one job is available and one vacancy is there, but for that 100 and or 200 candidates are there. So how one can get the opportunity? Okay, so this is only because of overpopulation. The next is beggary. बेगरी इज बोलते ना, अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट लीड्स टू बेगरी लीड्स टू क्राइम, मीन्स दीज आर द लिंक्ड. ओके, बेगरी मीन्स भीख मांगना. ओके, सो वाई दे पीपल फोर्स टू बेग? Because of unemployment, means they don't have any source of income, they don't have any source of survival. So these people they starts begging. Even our mega cities is having big a huge बेगिंग माफिया यानी उनका पूरा गैंग होता है जो बच्चों को पकड़ के लाते हैं भीख मांगने के लिए. हम लोग हमेशा सुनते रहते हैं कि बच्चे किडनैप हो जाते हैं. तो वो बच्चे क्यों किडनैप हो जाते हैं? फॉर बेगिंग पर्पस. क्योंकि कोई भी जो है वो बच्चों पर ये करता है, पीटी करता है. पीटी इन द सेंस बच्चों को देखकर उनको रहम आता है और फिर वो लोग पैसे दे देते हैं. इवन कुछ बच्चों को लाकर उनको हैंडीकैप बनाया जाता है. वो हैंडीकैप बनाकर फिर उनको भीख मांगने के लिए लगाते हैं. सो इफ़ यू विल, I don't know you have watched or not, but if you want to study and you want to see about this mafia people, you have to watch the movie Traffic Signal. So in that movie Traffic Signal, you will come to know how these mafia people or how these begging mafia people they work. Okay, they brought children from outside countries, means from poor villages like Jharkhand, Uttarakhand. Their people are very poor, they illiterate. Okay, so it is highly impossible them to reach to the cities. Okay, so such children they kidnap from there and they sell them in the begging to begging people, to begging mafia people. Okay, and these children they started and they forced to beg. Sometimes they uh, give them this drug doses. सो वो ड्रग एडिक्शन की उनको लत लग जाती है। तो ड्रग एडिक्शन की लत ऐसी होती है कि वो एक दिन नहीं मिला तो फिर इरिटेशन होती है। तो वो बच्चे अगर कहीं भाग भी जाते हैं तो वो एडिक्शन की वजह से लौट कर उनके पास आते हैं। सो such activities are taking place in urban community, so this is said to be beggary. Okay, every now and then on the street, on the roadside, we found that beggars are available, and not only adult but also children will found. Transport, or we can say transportation, to move from one place to another and to move from towns. Okay, transportation is required. So people, those who are having high status or high salary or proper housing accommodation, they prefer their private cars. But even and some people, they prefer that public transportation. But every time, and especially in the seasons, okay, festive seasons, we found their buses are also overcrowded. Even on the weekends also, we found there is overcrowded buses, because on Saturday, Sunday holiday is there. So those who lives in nearby areas and their hometown is on distance, is on 2-3 hours distance. So these people, they every weekend they go to their hometown. So in this way, the crowd we found, every time we found crowd in the buses and on the roads. Okay, even this to bring raw material, and for the industrial sector, raw material is very essential. And even the groceries, the green groceries, transported or imported from outside areas, okay, from villages. So to bring all that groceries, green groceries, into our country and into a particular city, okay, they required proper van, means big vans like tempo, and even to import this raw material, and to send big products in the market, that trucks are also required. So these vans, tempos and trucks, they create a lot of problem, and due to them heavy traffic is there on the road, as well as heavy pollution is also faced by the country. Now the next is water shortage. Definitely, when overcrowd is there in the country, high density of population is there in the country, so definitely there would be shortage of water, because water is a natural resource. We get water from rain itself. Okay, when the water is uh, rainwater is harvested, okay, so later on the same water is used for the um, that rainwater which has been harvested, that is only used for the daily necessities and for the daily requirement. But we found that in cities there is a water shortage. Okay, some societies, they face a lot of water problem. Water comes in a day for 1 hour. Okay, and they have to keep that water, they have to keep water storage along with them for their usage. Some areas, they don't face water problem. They have 24 hours water available in their society. Okay, but even in slum, people this children and people, they use unclean water for drinking and for washing. Okay, uh, even many cities and many small towns, they face problem of water scarcity. Okay, those who are having water facilities, they misuse they misused of that facilities. Okay, so these natural resources, they are also not equally distributed among all due to heavy population. Okay, the next point is sewerage problems. Means garbage disposal. Now, to make you understand this point, I just want to give one example. Nowadays, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan is going on. As per this Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, what we have to clean our cities, we have to keep clean our surrounding areas, but still the garbage is created. Okay, while going from the street, we found that corners are full with garbage. Every day that sweepers, they sweeps our street, our colonies. Okay, but still somewhere till the end of day we found that garbage in the corner is created. So this is because of, now many other problems are also exist. Even municipality or municipal corporation, they are not looking after the problems. Means proper dustbins are not available on the street. Okay, due to heavy population and in a particular area, if proper dustbins will provide in the surrounding, so instead of throwing garbage on the street and on the road, people will put garbage in that particular garbage bin. But we found that lack of facilities are available in our country. So it is only because of overpopulation. When population is over, so it is hardly difficult to manage. Okay, the next is trash disposal. Trash means garbage. Okay, garbage disposable facilities are not available. Means like this as I have told that proper garbage bins are not available on the roads and on the street. Okay, so that's why people throw garbage everywhere on the street, as well as they dispose that garbage into this river water, sometimes in river water, sometimes in the seas. Okay, to understand, I just want to give one example. If we can take example of Mumbai. Okay, so we found that all the gutters and the drainage, okay, they drainage, so that drainage water is left in the sea water. Okay, that all the drainage are connected with the sea water, and due to this the sea water is also getting polluted. Okay, even the garbages are thrown everywhere on the streets. Okay, and in the surrounding of a particular society. So especially in the rainy season, due to this garbage, mosquitoes and this many diseases came into existence, and people suffer with lot of diseases, like especially after this in monsoon season and in rainy season, we found that people suffering with diarrhea, dengue, malaria. Okay, cholera. So sometimes lose motions, that is a part of diarrhea itself. Okay, jaundice. So these problems and these diseases comes from garbage, means unclean and unhygienic places. Okay, so those who lives nearby that garbage area, and if in their surrounding if garbages are there, so they face lot of problem. Like here I want to give one example. In Katraj we found that there is a big place where all the garbage comes, and from there it has been segregated, and that is sent for the disposal on that signal. Okay, so our college is there in nearby area. So while going from there, going from that road, that some foul smell and dirty smell comes. So to cross that area we feel very uncomfortable. While crossing that area we feel very uncomfortable, that we just think that when we supposed to leave this place. Okay, so this is because of unclean surrounding, and because of garbage. And it is not possible that we have to smell that continuously. So if proper disposal is there, if it is been disposed properly, or people can take initiative and they make separate garbage, that dry garbage as well as wet garbage, so it will be easy to the authorities to dispose it. Okay, because dry garbage it will go for recycling, and wet garbage they will send for the this decompose. Okay, they will send it for the decompose, and fertilizers will be made from that. Okay, so as a citizen it's our responsibility also, that we have to take initiative, and we have to separate this garbage, dry garbage as well as wet garbage. The next point is urban crime. Now this is the last point of major urban problems. Urban crime. As I have told earlier, that overcrowding or overpopulation leads to unemployment, unemployment leads to poverty, and poverty leads to crime. Means poverty gave rise to the crime. Okay, so crime means there are many type of crime, like this urban crime means we can say that people are abused, rape, kidnapping, cyber crime is there. Okay, that begging mafia or beggary we can say. So these are all part of crime. Okay, why these crimes came into existence, and why these are the serious problem of urban community? Because of unemployment. People don't have money for the survival, people don't have jobs for to fulfill their basic needs. That's why they indulge themselves into crime, because daily bread is the necessity of लाइवलीहुड. ओके, जो रोज़ की रोटी होती है वो हमारी जो ज़रूरत है, वो ज़िंदगी की ज़रूरत है. इंसान बिना कपड़ों के, बिना छत के रह सकता है, बट बिना खाए नहीं रह सकता है. सो डेली ब्रेड इज़ अ बेसिक नेसेसिटी ऑफ लाइवलीहुड, एंड टू फुलफिल इट they indulge themselves into crime. Some people they leads and they indulge them, they leads to the crime to live a luxurious life. Yes, but mostly the crime is happen, and the crime came into existence due to basic needs. Okay, so these mafia people, they are also the same. Yes, they brought people and they kidnapped children from small towns, small villages, and they sold out here, and they these people they forced to beg, they forced to do crimes. So usually the crime or urban crime takes place due to or because of unemployment. So these are the major problems which exist in urban community: urban sprawl, overcrowding, housing and slums, unemployment, beggary, transport, water shortage, sewerage problems, trash disposal, and urban crimes. Okay, I have explained these points in details. Hope you all have understood. Now today I am going to give one test to y'all, that is sociology test 2. Attempt it, so at least you will come to know that how much you have understood. Okay, how much lesson you have understood. So I am attaching this test sheet with it. Once you finish with the video, you can go for the test. Two more points are left from this lesson, that is National Commission on Urbanization and recent urban development programs in India. So now the time is almost done, so we'll continue tomorrow with these 2 points. Thank you so much.